skinny punk! Jeepers creepers. Those guys keep interrupting us. I'm sorry about that.
Tommy Boy wasn't just a comedy. It was heart attack wrapped in slapstick. A film that made Fat Guy Falls Down feel like Shakespeare while hiding real family drama behind brake pad jokes. But behind Chris Farley's pratfalls, nothing was simple. The B scene was pure panic.
Hey mama, don't you treat me wrong!
David Spade tried to escape the partnership, and the original ending would have destroyed audiences emotionally. These are 20 facts about Tommy Boy, Fat Guy in a Little Coat. Big movie in a small package. 1. The SNL sketch origins. Tommy Boy didn't start as a movie. It started as a 5-minute sketch that audiences couldn't get enough of. The dynamic between Chris Farley's bumbling manchild and David Spade's sarcastic sidekick had been perfected through countless Saturday Night Live performances. Producer Lorne Michaels recognized that their chemistry worked beyond sketch comedy and could sustain feature-length storytelling. The characters weren't created for the movie. They were refined through years of live television performance. The SNL Foundation gave them natural timing and established relationship dynamics that translated perfectly to cinema. 2. The father-son. Inspiration Tommy's daddy issues were Chris Farley's therapy session disguised as comedy gold. Farley drew heavily from his real relationship with his father, a successful businessman who struggled to understand his son's unconventional career choice. The emotional core came from Farley's genuine desire to make his father proud while pursuing a path that seemed frivolous compared to traditional business success. The character's desperation to prove himself worthy reflected Farley's real-life anxiety about living up to family expectations. The father-son dynamic wasn't just plot device. It was personal exploration of generational expectations and professional legacy. The physical comedy masterclass. Chris Farley wasn't just funny fat, he was an athletic comedian whose football background enabled elaborate physical stunts that smaller actors couldn't attempt. His college football experience at Marquette University gave him body control and pain tolerance that transformed simple pratfalls into athletic performances. Farley's size became an asset rather than limitation, allowing him to create physical comedy that was genuinely impressive rather than just self-deprecating. His ability to move gracefully despite his weight made the physical humor feel skilled rather than pathetic. The athletic foundation let him perform increasingly elaborate stunts throughout production, each one more ambitious than typical comedy actors could handle. The David Spade reluctance. David Spade tried to escape Chris Farley and couldn't break free from their comedy partnership. Spade initially resisted doing movies with Farley because he worried about being typecast as the perpetual sidekick to a more popular performer. The actor wanted to establish his own career identity rather than becoming permanently linked to someone else's success. Spade feared that audiences would only see him as Farley's straight man rather than a comedian in his own right. Despite his reservations, their natural chemistry was undeniable, and the financial opportunities were too good to pass up. The auto parts business research. The comedy was fake, but the business drama was authentic, thanks to extensive research into family manufacturing companies and auto parts industry economics. The production team consulted with real business owners who had inherited family companies to understand the pressures and challenges Tommy faced. The script incorporated genuine small business struggles, including competition from larger corporations, employee loyalty issues, and the difficulty of maintaining family legacy while adapting to modern markets. The authentic business details grounded the comedy in realistic stakes, making audiences care about brake pad sales because the economic consequences felt real. 6. The Brian Dennehy casting. Brian Dennehy made Fat Guy Falls Down feel like Shakespeare by bringing theatrical gravitas to broad physical comedy. The veteran dramatic actor approached Tommy's father with the same intensity he brought to serious stage roles. Dennehy's casting elevated the entire production because his emotional authenticity made the family relationships feel genuine rather than purely comedic. His performance provided the dramatic anchor that allowed the comedy to feel meaningful. The actor's reputation for serious work gave the project credibility and helped other actors understand that the comedy should be grounded in real human emotions. 7. The car destruction sequences. They destroyed real cars for fake stupidity. proving the production's commitment to practical comedy over digital effects. Multiple vehicles were sacrificed for Tommy's driving disasters, with each crash requiring careful choreography and safety protocols. The car destruction wasn't just random chaos. It was precisely planned mayhem that required stunt coordinators and insurance negotiations. Real automotive carnage created authentic destruction that audiences could feel rather than, obviously, fake computer effects. The practical approach made every crash more expensive but more convincing, establishing Tommy's incompetence through genuine vehicular mayhem that couldn't be replicated digitally in 1995. 8. The B-scene improvisation. The B-scene buzzed with pure panic and improvisation as Chris Farley's genuine fear of insects created authentic terror comedy. The sequence wasn't entirely scripted. Much of Farley's reaction was real panic mixed with performance. The production used actual bees with safety protocols, but Farley's phobia made his reactions genuinely frantic rather than purely comedic. His authentic fear enhanced the humor because audiences could see real panic beneath the performance. The improvised elements made the scene feel spontaneous and uncontrolled, creating comedy that felt dangerous and unpredictable rather than safely choreographed. 9. The sales training montage Tommy Boy became a real sales training manual as the production hired actual sales consultants to teach authentic techniques. The montage sequences featured genuine sales psychology and persuasion methods rather than made-up business nonsense. Professional salespeople coached the actors on authentic techniques including rapport building, objection handling, and closing strategies that real automotive parts salesmen would actually use in the field. 10. The location scouting adventure. They found the most American place in America to represent small-town business values and authentic Midwest culture. The production scouted dozens of locations before settling on Ohio and Toronto areas that perfectly captured Middle American authenticity. The locations weren't just backgrounds. They were character elements that reinforced the story's themes about family business tradition and community loyalty versus corporate expansion. The authentic small-town atmosphere helped ground the comedy in recognizable American settings that audiences could relate to personally, rather than obvious Hollywood soundstages. 11. The deleted scenes treasure. The deleted scenes were funnier than most entire comedies, featuring extended character development and additional physical comedy that didn't make the final cut. Hours of footage were removed during editing to maintain pacing. The cut material included more family backstory, additional sales training sequences, and extended road trip adventures that revealed deeper character relationships and motivations. The deleted content proved the production generated more comedy gold than could fit in standard runtime, leaving treasure troves of material that fans discovered later through home video releases. 12. The director's comedy background. The director learned comedy from television's best, bringing sitcom timing and character development skills to feature-length storytelling. Peter Siegel's TV background helped him understand pacing and audience engagement. His television experience taught him how to balance character moments with comedy beats, ensuring that jokes served story development rather than just providing random laughs. The TV training helped him work effectively with SNL performers who were accustomed to sketch-length material, extending their talents into sustained narrative comedy that maintained energy throughout. 13. The soundtrack, emotional manipulation. The soundtrack made you cry about brake pads by using emotional music to enhance character moments and family relationships. The musical choices elevated simple comedy into genuine emotional experience. Songs were selected to support both comedic timing and dramatic beats, helping audiences connect emotionally with characters while maintaining the film's light entertainment value. The music helped bridge the gap between broad physical comedy and sincere family drama, making transitions feel natural rather than jarring. 14. The box office. Surprise Tommy Boy was dumb comedy that made smart money, exceeding studio expectations, and proving audiences wanted authentic character-driven humor over high-concept premises. The modest budget generated impressive profits. The financial success demonstrated that simple storytelling with genuine character relationships could compete with expensive special effects spectacles and elaborate production values. The box office performance validated the decision to focus on character chemistry and authentic emotions, rather than flashy production elements or celebrity cameos. 15. The critical reception split. Critics thought it was stupid. They were right and wrong simultaneously. Professional reviewers dismissed Tommy Boy as lowbrow slapstick without recognizing its genuine emotional core and authentic family dynamics. They focused on physical comedy while missing the heartfelt father-son relationship and legitimate business drama. Audiences embraced what critics rejected, finding real emotion beneath the pratfalls. The disconnect proved that sometimes popular entertainment contains depth that intellectual analysis overlooks, making Tommy Boy a case study in how critical opinion doesn't always reflect artistic or emotional value. 16. The Chris Farley weight concerns. The comedy came with real health anxiety as production teams monitored Farley's physical condition throughout filming. His weight and eating habits worried everyone involved, creating behind-scenes tension about his well-being during demanding physical comedy sequences. The stunt work required medical supervision and safety protocols specifically designed for his size and health risks. Production insurance required regular health checkups and modified safety procedures. 17. The improvisation freedom. The script was just a suggestion for chaos, as director Peter Siegel encouraged actors to experiment and create spontaneous comedy moments. Farley and Spade's SNL background made them comfortable with improvisation and collaborative joke development. Many of the film's funniest moments came from unscripted interactions and spontaneous character discoveries during filming. The director created safe creative space where actors could risk failure while pursuing comedic gold. 18. The family business authenticity. The family business drama was researched like a documentary, with consultants ensuring accurate portrayal of small company struggles and succession challenges. Real business owners shared stories about inheriting family enterprises and competing against larger corporations. The script incorporated genuine economic pressures, including employee management, customer relationships, and financial survival strategies. The business authenticity made Tommy's incompetence genuinely threatening rather than harmlessly amusing. 19. The sequel plans that never happened. Tommy Boy 2 died before it could live, as studio franchise plans were derailed by changing circumstances and creative challenges. The original success generated immediate sequel interest, with scripts developed and storylines planned for continuing Tommy and Richard's adventures. Various concepts were explored, including expanded family business scenarios and new comedy partnerships. However, creative differences, scheduling conflicts, and industry changes prevented development from progressing beyond early planning stages. 20. The Chris Farley legacy impact. Tommy Boy became Chris Farley's comedy tombstone, transforming from simple entertainment into memorial tribute to his unique talent and generous spirit. After Farley's death, the film gained deeper significance as audiences recognized it captured his authentic personality and comedic genius perfectly. The movie became introduction for new generations discovering Farley's work, ensuring his legacy continued beyond his tragically short career. Tommy Boy wasn't just comedy, it was Chris Farley's heart on screen. Hit subscribe for more 90s secrets, and remember, you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass.